What's up, beautiful? Welcome to Bonnets and Pillow Talk with me, your host, Miss Fadzo. Today we are going to do a two-in-one bonus. We're going to do two questions in one. The first question being, what was the word that I used to represent last year? And then the second question is, what word actually represented last year? So let's start with part one. What word represented last year? I didn't have a word last year. I had a phrase. I had do it afraid 2023. That was my phrase of the year. I wanted to challenge myself to do things that were hard and do things that were scary because the previous year I'd stopped myself from trying so many opportunities, from going out and exploring different things because I was so afraid of different things, and I didn't want to let another year go on without me trying things because I was afraid. So I told myself anything that I was scared of, I was going to try. I was going to force myself to try it just because I was afraid. And actually, what it ended up being, let me answer the part two to this question, is my year last year. I think for me was my year. I think it felt like my renaissance. Does that make sense? I felt like I was being reintroduced into the world as a new person. The whole of the previous year, I realize now, it had been the year of rebuilding and the year of establishment. That was the previous year. And it really was that. I had to rebuild myself. I literally had to start from scratch. I lost all this weight and basically felt like I lost my identity. I moved cities and moved to a place that nobody knew me. I didn't know the place. A lot of things. I decided I didn't want to be single after being single for 5 years. There were so many things that had to change about my life in that year of rebuilding that year after I needed to have something that pushed me to go further, that pushed me to do more. And so do it afraid, it definitely helps to do it afraid. But I felt like last year honestly was just a year where God was just showing me. It was almost like God was just bamboozling me with his blessings. Actually, that's better. It was a year of bamboozled by the blessings. I was bamboozled by God's blessings last year. The lows were low, don't get me wrong. There were times where I literally just sat down and I was like, God, like why is this happening? But the highs, listen, y'all, my last year is just a testimony. The whole year from beginning to end, from back to back, when I look back at it, is just a testimony. God just wanted to shine. He just wanted to shine. So I think in retrospect, Do It Afraid for me was it allowed me to be positioned in a place where God could bless me. If I hadn't put myself out there, I wouldn't have met my husband the way that I met him. If I hadn't moved to Windsor, I wouldn't be living with my best friends, well, close to my best friends, and I wouldn't have had the job that I had at the time, and I wouldn't be having the ideas that I have right now. I wouldn't be positioned where I am right now if I hadn't done those things that I was afraid of. And I think going into this challenge, the Bonnets and Pillow Talk challenge, I just want to keep reminding myself that, like, sometimes the goal feels like it's so far away, and it feels like the aspiration for us to be better feels so big. It's like this better version of me will come like years from now. But I think sometimes you just need to remember that you're supposed to actively be working towards a better version of yourself every single day. And better doesn't have to be these big grandiose ideas of what better is. Better could just be, today I had breakfast and I know I've been wanting to have breakfast, and I had breakfast today. For me, it looked like going out and taking a run when I really did not want to today. It was really, really cold, but I know that part of my goals is that I want to be a healthy person. When I think of myself as a person, I want to be a healthy person. So being healthy for me looks like actively working out, exercising, moving my body, whether it's dancing, whether it's walking, whether it's hiking, whether it's swimming. Just be active, man. Just be outside, do things. go to a museum. That's being good to my body, that's being good to my mind. So I think I'm just realizing that sometimes we like amplify these goals that we have and we make them so big in our head that sometimes it discourages us to just start making the small incremental steps that help us to be the people that we want to become. It's like building, imagine a house, like where I like to think about it as like we're bricks, and every day we're putting a brick, a brick, a brick, a brick, a brick, a brick, and a little bit of cement, a brick, a little bit of cement, a brick, and a little bit of cement, until you build this house. And it continues to develop and it continues to grow as we grow and we gain knowledge and stuff like that. But we all have a vision of what we want in a house, but I think sometimes we overthink so much, we overplan so much, we overanalyze so much that we forget to realize that it just starts with just putting a brick there. It just starts with putting one brick at a time, one brick at a time. Sometimes we're thinking about, oh my gosh, we have to get this whole foundation done, oh, we have to get this whole building done, we have to get this whole roof done, where are we going to get the money, where are we going to get the resources? And it's like you don't have to worry about those things yet. Just focus on, okay, we need to buy some river sand. And today we're going to buy some 3/4 stones. And today we're going to mix them together. Tomorrow we're going to put them in the ground. Like, it's just like, I think kind of learning that like this better version of me, this version of myself that I think is so far away is actually here with me, and I can actively be working on her every day and appreciate where she is right now, because I'll never have this again. I'll never be 27 again. And if I spend all of my 27 aspiring to be 30 or 40 or 50 or 60, I miss the value and the joy and the grind and the hopelessness and the ghetto-ness that comes from being 27. But being 27 in the ghetto is going to help me appreciate being 30 and not in the ghetto. Please, God, Jesus, hallelujah. And I just need to be here where I am and learn the lessons I need to learn while I'm here and live in the moment and live in the person that I am today and know that she's okay. But if she wants to improve, she can make little incremental steps every single day to do that. So, yeah, that's it. I just wanted to encourage you and encourage myself too that, hey, change starts with one step. It's one step at a time. Takes one step at a time. There's no need to rush. One step at a time. It's like learning to fly. Ba-da-da. Okay, I need to stop. I'm falling in love. Yeah, it's one step at a time, man. One step at a time. Don't overthink it. Just start small. You showered today. Do you know, guys? I know this sounds like such a small thing, but sometimes when you're deep in the gutter, in the belly of the bellies, sometimes just being able to wake up and brush your teeth in the morning is you working towards a better you. Sometimes just being able to like wash your dishes or put your clothing away that's scattered all over your bed, that's doing work to be a better you. Don't overthink it, man. One step at a time, but actually do. We need to stop talking, talking, talking. I'm going to. No, just let's see it with the actions. This year, let's see. Let's see your works by the fruit, not by the words of your mouth, but by the fruit of your hands. I hope you have a beautiful day. I love you. I appreciate you. You can do anything that you set your mind to do. You have the resources, you have the power, you have the knowledge, and anything that you need, you can get it out there. We can get it on the internet. You can get it from Jesus. And the things that you don't know, you can learn. We're not expected to be experts. Anybody who's an expert started somewhere. Start somewhere. Don't gain expertise overnight. Develop it. Hone your craft. Practice. Learn. Fail. Just do. Work. Do. Okay, I could keep going. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful day. You can do it. I'm rooting for you. I know you can do it.